Let's do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notification. It is Wednesday. We are live, and we've had a crazy week this week. Hope you guys have had a good week. It's been wide open around here. Before we get going too far, we want to thank our veterans and first responders for all they do and all they continue to do for this country. Our charities of choice is the Wounded Warrior Project and the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Now, guys, if you want to work with me getting started or you need help in something, go over there, sign up for something, reach out, and what I'll do is I'll work with you hand in hand to get you straightened out, okay? So tonight we're going to be talking about outfitting your trailer. Be on the buy, guys, because buying it is just your first step. It's a process to get it roadworthy and get it ready. So it's going to be an interesting topic. And today, look at this, guys. Gas prices are down. I'm going to go to a different screen here just for a second so that you guys can see this. So gas prices are down to $3.097 a gallon. Guys, I bought it for $2.89 in Tennessee yesterday. Really excited about that. Really excited. I think I put $109 in mine and it filled it up, and I was stoked. So yeah, so fuel prices are coming down according to experts, who I'm not, but I do a lot of listening. According to experts, they are supposed to continue to drop. So good deal. All right. Pictures of the week. We're dedicating all the pictures this week to Steve. Okay. Steve has had a week, and I'm going to be honest with you. I actually felt bad for him for a minute, but then I realized this is the shit that happens out here, and he's done an excellent job adapting and overcoming each one of these situations. So I want to go through this with you real quick and show you what's going on. All righty then. Let's see. We're going to go over here. So here's Steve's load. He picked up some military stuff, and he's ready to rock and roll. And down the road he went, and pow, he's on the hook. He broke down. He had a lift pump connector go bad. It wasn't the pump, it was the connector. So he got put on the hook, and that was the culprit. That side of a lift pump, the electrical part of it just went bad and it was gone. So Steve got it taken care of, back on the road, got the containers off, going to pick up his next load, and he tried to mate with a Mini Cooper. Or the Mini Cooper tried to mate with him, I should say. So yeah, not his fault. He just had passed a level 1 DOT inspection, was all excited. And I mean to tell you, this car, she had been looking at her phone. I'll show you in a second. So this is what he ended up with. yesterday. He's back on the road. He recovered as he should have. And you know, guys, this is what I tell you. This kind of stuff's going to happen. I got hit in Atlanta the other day. You just have to be prepared. You have to understand this stuff's going to happen. And in the Marine Corps, they'll tell you point blank, you have to adapt and overcome the situation. And Steve did a great job doing it. Each one of those, he adapted to it. He followed the procedures. Everything happened. He's still running. And I'm proud of you, Steve. You did a good job. Okay. So car eased in or tried to fit that little Mini Cooper between his truck and his trailer, and he got damage on both. His rear fender on that side's tore up, and he's got some damage on the trailer as well. Now, all this stuff can be repaired. It's not going to shut you down. When this kind of stuff happens, what will happen, and it's really strange now because it used to be, if you didn't know, I'll tell you, it used to be you guys just changed insurance information, and whoever got hit would call the other person's insurance, and that would be it. Well, when I got hit in Atlanta, police come out, road report. Then you have to send in for the report. I don't have that lady's name or anything. I don't know who they are. But yeah, so that's all changed. And I think we're going to have a policy change within this company to start getting the name and address and phone number and the insurance information on our own with this with these types of situations, because I don't like that everybody just disappears and all you're left with is a report number. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. So that's that, and that is the crazy shit you see out there. Now, you guys look at this and tell me, where was she going? Where was she going? According to her, she was looking at her GPS on her phone and didn't realize her lane had ended. And there you have it. Guys, this kind of stuff happens. So we have all the pictures, we have the dash cam video, we have well, I don't think I've got the dash cam video in yet. It hasn't come in yet. But we've got all this stuff, and you know, everybody's nice at the accident scene and admits fault and does all that, but by the time it gets to the insurance company, those stories tend to change. So you got to really protect yourself. Okay. So we are going to be talking about outfitting your trailer. Beyond the buy, you know, you go out, a few little things here. I bought this trailer off the lot, so it was what it had. Now, I knew that I would have to outfit it the way I wanted it, so I was expecting that. Now, if you're going to order a trailer, I highly recommending you have them outfit it and you pick it up, because it's going to be just as cheap to do that as it is to go through what we went through to outfit this one. All right, so here's the truck. This is the day you buy it. As you can see, there's no boxes on the passenger side at all. The one box that's on the driver's side is the box that contains the hydraulic system for the lift. So there's your buy. That's the day you get it. That's what we had. So now, one other thing before we get too far down this way is I took her out. I took her to Tennessee yesterday, or day before yesterday, and I was hoping to be able to grab a load back. And guys, it was perfect for what I took over there. But if you take something this small and light out on the road, you're going to play hell getting loads. The area I was in was near Nashville and couldn't get anything going anywhere. Everything that I had on it or that was there was either way too long or it was too heavy. Okay, so remember when you ask me the trailers that I think are the right size, that's what I told you: 35 and 5, and air ride, two 12,000-pound axles. You can run about anything a Hotshot can run. So, all right, back to it. So here we go. We take it home. Now, this is battery cable. This is something that I really didn't think about in the beginning because maybe I just wasn't thinking, but I knew I wanted to put a winch on this unit. And because the deck tilts up, can't run a battery in the box up front. So I had to come up with a different plan. And what we did, and we're going to talk about the winch right now, what we did on this is run that cable all the way back and then up so that when the deck lifts, it goes with the deck. Okay. You have to put quick disconnects and those kind of things on it. Now, for warning, before you think about doing something like that, that cable right there is $6 a foot. And I had to have 60 feet of it. So you can do the math on that. So once I get the deck up, then you can start looking at how you're going to work this out. How you're going to actually run the cables up the chase. And this is where it started. Okay, so this is the hydraulic box. It's got the hydraulic pump in it, and to the left you will see the battery to the hydraulic system. The battery on the right is the battery for the winch. Okay, I did not want to risk not being able to use these items should I get into a heavy use situation. So what I did is match the battery, put it in there. Now this particular trailer has a solar charging system on it. So I connected both the batteries together so that they would be, I think it's called being series. And so I still have a 12-volt system, but the actual charger will trickle one. When it's full, it'll trickle the other. So this is where you started. There's a hole in the back of the box there, and you start running your wires out. And you can see here, I'm underneath the trailer. And what I'm doing there is getting the wires together and making sure I'm going to have enough wire for what I bought, because that shit's expensive, man. So you got to make sure you got enough. Now, after we get, let me show you this little piece here. Hold on one second. Let me go back. Let me add this here. So yeah, this is me running those wires through those little guides. You can see how far they have to run. So they go up to the base there, and that's a 1/2 inch piece of steel that's there for the plate, for the winch plate. And I had to take that, just so you know, I had to take that to a fab shop and have those holes drilled in it to place those. So that's another expense that you're going to have to deal with. All right, so back over here, we are, again, getting ready to weld this box on. Now, if I would have ordered this trailer, I would have had these boxes put on. These boxes are $400 a piece, and then you have the cost to have them mounted and welded and all that stuff. And then you have to find matching paint for this brown. It was a chore. The paint is unbelievable because it's powder coated. The paint is hard to match. It's just tough. And thankfully, Mila finally found something that was pretty damn close, and that's what we went with. But when you start welding stuff on this aftermarket, you have to grind all that powder coat off, and when you do that, then you got to paint it. So you've it's just part of the process. But one thing I want to tell you about is that look at the cost to have a welder. I had to pay the welder, use my equipment out of the van, but I had to pay the welder, had to buy the boxes. So I'm pretty sure you can probably have those things mounted at the factory cheap. And then they powder coat it and it's all the same color. So anyway, so this is the boxes. This was Joe welding up the boxes. On top of that, you have to buy the metal to be able to attach these things. So you have another expense there. All right. Here to me. So this is Joe again welding them up, getting them ready. It's a lot. It took six and a half hours to mount those two boxes. And there's the second box he's prepping to go. And there's the two boxes. Believe it or not, the black actually goes really well with the brown. I like it. I'm actually going to order another black one and put on the other side. My 40 footer has two boxes, or I'm sorry, 4 boxes up front. This one I'm going to have to do away with one and put another one, or not do away with it, but just end up with 3 storage boxes. So they look pretty good. I like the way it is because there's enough black on the trailer to tie it all together and so forth. All right, this is it. The winch is mounted. You see it up top there. And this is the items I put in the trailer. Okay, these are the ratchet straps in the front box. The ratchets themselves are in the second box, and there are corner protectors. Now, up in the front box, there are 4 chains, 8 binders, and 4 cheater chains. That's what's up there. Okay, so I got a list here for that. Now, the other thing is you have to equip your trailer with what it's going to need. Okay, this is a little 28 footer. I didn't need it a ton, but I did put a lot of stuff on it because I expect to carry equipment with it. That's why I've got the chains and binders set up like I do. Now, I do have in those straps, I've got regular straps and I've got hook straps. And the reason I put the hook straps in there instead of just the regular crimp straps is just simply because there are going to be times where in the time that you need it the most is when you are running side by sides. Those little go buggies, not golf carts, but the side by sides. At that point, you can. They're not a golf cart, so they're a little too heavy just to strap with a strap. But they actually have tie down points to them that you can throw that hook in it, and it'll work fine. It's great. Whereas a chain's too much, and you really can't strap through it. So I keep those on the trucks. So, all right. So that's that. And there's another picture of everything that's in there. I do have tire straps for automobiles because this thing will pick up a car pretty easily. And I've got those in there. And I normally don't carry them, but I went ahead and put them on this one. Now, that's her sitting out on the street after all the welding, after her operation. And she's sitting there ready to go, and you can see the side mount boxes there. Like I said, I'm going to put another one on the other side so that I can put the ratchets on that side. So when I sling the straps, I'll have the ratchets and don't have to walk them around. But you have to look at these things in the context of how you're going to use them. And this one is set up a little different than I set my 40s up. So what I actually put on this thing was 2-inch straps, 30 feet long, with J hooks. I've got 8 of them. I've got 2-inch straps with the flat hook. I've got 10. Grade 70 chains. I've got 4. The folding handle quick binder 3/8 to 1/2 inch. I've got 8 of those. I've got the rubber bands to hold my winch straps together once I roll them up. I've got 2 packs of those. Side mounted wheel net ratchets, 2 by 10 feet. I've got 8 of those. I think I could have got away with 4. I don't think I can put 2 cars on that 28-footer, but I put 8 on it. I put a 12,000-pound winch. I put another battery and 60 foot of battery cable at $6 per foot. 20 corner protectors. Those are cheap. 2 boxes. They were $400 a piece. The steel to weld it, and then pay the welder. And that's what it took to outfit that trailer. So when I say buying the trailer, when you buy one off the lot, that's just the beginning. It truly is. You buy one off the lot, you got to expect you're going to add boxes, you're going to add all the other stuff to make it work. So yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's talk about it. What we got? Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? It was a crazy week with Steve. Just to go back on that real quick, and yeah, it was a lot. He had a lot on his plate. So what we got, Miss Mila? Look who we got over here. Let me say, hey, there's Mila, Ken Chambers. Hey, Ken. Steve Welch. There's Steve. Jacob Wagner. Steve and Jacob are chatting. Ozzy. Hey, there's Ozzy in the house. Robert's in the house. Good deal. Good deal. David. I'm sorry, David. You in Indian Trail? Yeah, I'm in Indian Trail. David Burchell. Strike the Snip. Love these series from you. Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So we don't really have a lot of questions going on, but things you want to consider is, first off, when you get your trailer, what you going to do with it? Are you going to order it, or are you going to buy it off the lot? If you're going to buy it off the lot, I just showed you what all I had to do to get it the way I wanted it. You will spend a year probably getting your trailer set up and your truck set up like you want. Okay. I carry a lot of stuff. I've got a full-blown toolbox on my truck, and then I've got on my 40, I got 4 boxes on it, and plus a box for the air ride. So there's actually 5 boxes on it. But man, when you're out on the road, you got to have space to put this stuff. And then once you get the space to put it, you know, that's when you start learning where it's at and you get it to where you want it. It's like this. It's worth $400 to me to put a box on the other side of this trailer, because when I took it to Tennessee, I was tripping over myself because I didn't know where my ratchets were. In my 40, in both 40s, okay, Robert's running the other 40, but the ratchets, the ratchets and the straps are across from each other. So first thing I do is figure out where I'm going to throw the strap, and then I go get the straps and set them where I want them. And then I can go throw the strap, and then I pick up my ratchets and lay the ratchets out where the straps are. Couldn't do that, man. I'll tell you, when you have to think about things as to where they're at and what's going on, it takes up time. So I will put another box on this thing. I'm going to make it black so it matches the one across. And yeah, I think that'll make me happy. I think that's when I'll be done with it. But yeah, okay. What'd you say you had something, Miss Mila? Generally, what kind of payloads can you expect this time of year? It sucks, man. This past couple weeks has sucked, and I think it's all about the election. I think people are just stressed out and are waiting to see what happens. I hate it, but it is what it is. The guys out there are running, but between now and probably the first week in December, it's as good as it's going to be. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but normally these are good running times. Once you start getting into the Christmas party era, and things will slow down through Christmas, through the 1st of January, and then they'll start picking back up 1st of February. That's normally how it works out. Got me? If you pull a 40-foot trailer, do you have your plate weighted for 30? No, sir. I have mine weighted for 48,000. Hey, max gross combination weight rating on that setup I've got is 43. But I thought if I ever get froggy and decide I'm going to do something stupid, I didn't want to get hit with taxes. So yeah, 43 would be your number. At least it is for a Ram and a 40-foot trailer. That's your. I think Steve just said over there his was set up for 45. Mm-hmm. So, hey Sadie 00, appreciate it. Glad you showed up. All right. So what else we got? As we were getting into the winter months, do you have certain brand of tire chain that you keep on your trucks? Okay, Jacob, I'm going to tell you, I've run the winters, and if it gets to the point that it's so bad that you have to sling a chain, I'd pull over and stop. I'm not doing it. I got into a storm. When was it? 02? Something like that, back in 02. And it took me 11 hours to go 200 miles, I think. And I'm not going to do that anymore. And it wasn't because it was just so terrible. It was because the traffic had locked down. They got into a gridlock, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't a good scene. And safety first. There's nothing that you'll ever put on that trailer worth your life, or anybody else's life, or your equipment being tore up. So when it comes now. There's a couple guys I have that are out in Washington and one that's in Arizona. And as long as they stay out of the Colorado area, out of the Rockies, they don't have to have the chains on board. But if you run across and through the Rockies, you will have to have chains on that truck, or you'll get ticketed. So, once the winter sets in, you got to really start planning your route. I don't carry chains on mine because I don't run out there in the winter. So, understand. I hope that helped you out, Jacob. Okay. What you got? All right. Can you say if you got a load? No, I didn't get a load back. I deadheaded back from Tennessee, 555 miles. But with the little trailer, now understand this. I bought this trailer for one reason, is that I've got a couple local customers here that I haul for on a regular basis that 40 foot is too much. It is too much. And I can take this thing and get 15 miles to the gallon. Now, the load I took to Tennessee was one of these loads, and it was 1,930 pounds, I think, the entire load. Took 12 straps to strap it, but it was 1,000 pounds. This one customer, I get jangaloads. That's what I call them. They're just piecemeal loads all over the place in different sizes, nothing uniform. And it just takes time to load it and unload it. But yeah, it's one of those things where, did I hate it? Yeah, I don't like deadheading that far coming back, but there wasn't anything there. So nothing, there was stuff there. There wasn't anything there that particular unit could have picked up and moved. Okay. So you have to realize that you can't go grabbing a 28-foot unit and think you're going to go run the road with it, because you're going to do a lot of sitting. And if I'd have been willing to sit for a few days, I'm sure they'd have found me something, but I wasn't, and I'm not. I needed to get back to the office. So next week, I'm grabbing the 40 and we're going to go play. So that's where we're headed. I don't know about playing, but we're going to go out and run the road for a little bit. All right, Steve. Hope that answers your question, brother. Ozzy, where'd you order the boxes from? You order your boxes from the manufacturer. Okay. I don't know if you guys picked up on this at all, but I'm a little anal about stuff. And you might not be able to tell it, but just a little bit. What I did was call the manufacturer and ordered the same exact box that the hydraulic unit was in. They had black ones. They had the, what do they call that? Coyote tan. They had both. So I ordered one of each. And I don't know why I didn't order the third and just have it, because I thought I was going to get away with two, and I'm not. I can't stand it. So I'm going to order another black one and put it on the front of the other side. And that way I'll have 4 boxes on it, 3 for what I need to use it for. Thanks for the question, man. I hope that helped. Okay. Okay. So I don't see any more questions. Faith, family, future. Yeah, baby. I'm glad to see you here. Glad you're here. So let me tell you what happened today, just because it just happened. So I get a call, and this is what I'm telling you about relationships in this business. You have to build relationships. You have to build good relationships. So I will absolutely help a brother out if they need help. And I got a call from a guy that is running a Ford, and he's got that electrical issue with the brake control. picked up a brand new Gator-made trailer. He called me, said that, hey, he has no brakes. He's got electric over hydraulic. So he calls. I answered the phone. He told me what he had. I told him where I was located. And I said, well, I can meet you. And come to find out, he's going to be coming right by here. So we met over in a parking lot there where we could get together. And of course, it is his thing. Took 2 minutes to figure it out. It's his brake controller. So, long story short, he said, well, how much do I owe you? I'm like, man, you don't owe me anything. I spent 2 minutes on it. I just drove over here. So, come to find out, he's not going to be able to do what he did with this, or needed to do with this particular trailer tomorrow. And he gave me a load. I'm going to go pick up his skid steer, not skid steer, his, I'm going to go pick up a piece of equipment for him tomorrow and run it. So yeah, you just never know. And when you get out there and you're making friends and influencing people, take the time and help a brother out if he needs help. And yeah, so anyway, good. What we got? Let's see. Do you have pics of your dunny track? I don't carry dunny track, Steve. I don't have a dunny track. No, I've got 2 pieces of dunnage I carry, and I strap them to the head of the trailer. That's it. I don't have. I'd like to have one, but I haven't. I don't use enough dunnage, or never have used enough dunnage to really need it. So it's just extra weight. All right, been following you for about 6 months. You put out good stuff. Thank you, Steve Potts. I appreciate you reaching out, brother. I do. I appreciate you being here. We have a group of good guys on, and Steve and Robert and everybody. I don't know who all else is here. If any other guys are here, but they're good guys, man. They work hard, and they're working to build a business and a life for their family. And yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. It's been a pleasure to meet them. So if we have no further questions, I am going to say goodnight and look at Miss Mila. She gave me the thumbs up that I didn't have any more questions. Yeah. So anyway, I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go run this load. It's got to be on a construction site at 8. And I've got to still hook up a trailer and get to it. So if you need anything, please reach out. Love your family, guys. It's all you got. And, work hard and play hard. Life is short. All right. We are going to call tonight. If you need anything, let me know. This is Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. See you later. Let's get it.